we're jumping into Heartstopper, Season 2, Episode 5. We have 3 more episodes to go, and then we are done with Season 2 of Heartstopper. I love this show, y'all. We're in Paris. Thank you guys so much for commenting down below and letting me know that they were actually filming in Paris as well. I believe that somebody said in the UK. So shout out to you guys knowing your stuff. I'm ready to jump into this. Where did we leave off? I don't really remember. It's been a couple of days. But I'm enjoying the season. So far, my emotions, I thought as I was going to be coming into this season, I thought I was going to start crying and breaking down tears while I watched Nick and Charlie, but it seems like my tears are really for Tao and what is her name? I always forget her. You know what is her name? Elle. You know, I just was watching another show, filming myself watching another show, and I was watching Lucifer. And Ella was who I was about to say, and this lady's name is Elle, and I get it kind of confused sometimes. But being a reactor is so hard. But anyways, I'm ready to jump into this, guys. I am here for the ruckus. I'm here for the noise. Ben, he's now single. Did I ask in the last reaction, so we know in real life, right, Charlie is actually gay and Nick is bisexual. But then I did read, as I said in the last reaction, that Nick in real life is dating, allegedly, is dating the girl who plays his best friend, is what I read somewhere. Now, do we know if Ben is really bisexual in real life? I know that somebody commented, thank you guys for commenting and also knowing the book, I believe, right? You guys let me know that in the book he's bisexual, but they don't mention it, I believe. Like he kind of just, you know, it's known, but they don't say it out. But are any of these other actors actually part of the LGBT community? We know Elle is, are the two that's, I'm just kind of curious. I don't know, but let's not out them like they did the poor Kit. Is his name Kit Connor? You know, what happened to him was horrible last season. I can only imagine like being outed. But if anybody is out in real life, I'm just kind of curious who they are. I mean, I could Google it. I mean, I really could Google it, but this gives me an opportunity to have a conversation with everybody who's watching this, because you know, I love y'all, honey, and interaction is part of this platform. So that's why I'm just asking if you guys know. It doesn't really matter. I'm just kind of curious. But I'm ready to jump into this, guys. I love it. So if you would like to see this in a full reaction, you guys can for the second and third tier here on this platform. But most likely, positively will copyright this as well as my other platform, Patreon. So once again, you want to see a full reaction, please join one of those platforms today. Now without further ado, let's jump into Heartstopper and find out exactly what Heartstopper has got to give.
Any parts of your identity or your squad folks cheap, it's okay to be scared, but listen up because I've got a little body really cares.
Oh my god.
Think anyone will notice?
Yeah, I think everyone will notice. I'm so sorry.
I really enjoyed it.
Ooh.
A lot.
Ooh.
How did you get that bruise on your neck?
You! I cannot believe it! The actual...
We're going for breakfast.
I'll be there in a minute. Help me! Please!
I blame Nick entirely.
That's fair.
It wasn't just his fault, I was also involved.
Wait, Charlie's free? What, who gave you that hickey?
Not hungry?
Not really.
I'll pack you a croissant, so if you get hungry later, we'll have a snack.
I love how he says croissant.
Is it true James McEwen gave you that hickey?
He's the only other gay guy on the trip.
Oh my god.
Leave him alone. It's none of your business.
Obviously, you know it wasn't me.
Time to remind you why we're really here.
And that's to practice your French skills. Eiffel Tower vocabulary to translate before you start your climb to the top.
Starting with Charlie Spring and James McEwen.
Stop it. Shut up, Harry.
Sir, I don't want to go with Nick Nelson.
I don't give a rat's ass, rude boy. Grow up.
A rat's arse.
Do you think this is right? I don't take French, but I know that's wrong. C'est la vie.
Do you ever stop and think how you're actually making people feel? Come on, Harry, where's your basic human empathy?
I think Isaac thinks it was me. I just don't want him to think it was me.
He knows it wasn't you.
Why are we gonna cry?
It wasn't him, was it?
No.
I want to talk about what happened at the Paris trip meeting. But I still feel like if they just kiss, they'll figure it out. Darcy! When we were walking into Truro. Never mind. Just get on with your worksheet.
You happy? First Charlie, now Imogen. You were the one who told her about me and Charlie, aren't you?
You used Imogen for popularity points. You didn't actually like Charlie. You just liked having control over him.
What if I said I want Charlie back? Chance to figure myself out, and then you came along and you stole him from me. At least I was nice enough not to give him a hickey where everyone could see.
Take it easy on the stairs and stay hydrated.
You didn't get tickets for the lift?
No.
Que les gens parlent fort dans mon dos, me met dans la cour.
It's just the most beautiful sight.
We need to get a selfie from my mum.
Smiles.
Is that hickey from you then? What if it was? You jealous? I'm not gay.
Nah, leave him alone, lads. Come on.
Did Harry just stick up for us?
Maybe we shouldn't be hanging out right now. More people might think it was you who...
You do know it. It was me, right?
Yeah, I think I remember you being there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Did I just say I wasn't emotional with these two? Oh, Lord, give me strength. Give me power. Papa, oh, is Dad called? Why do you call and I answer?
It's cute. And even if something did happen, I'd still mess it up like I always do with everything. My art coursework, your life multiple times.
How?
I'm basically the reason you got outed last year. After you came out to us, I was talking about you with Isaac. Someone overheard.
That's why you're so protective of him.
I never wanted to tell you because I didn't want you to hate me.
Like, that was clearly an accident.
Oh, Charlie.
We've been friends since the first day of year 7.
Hey, I'm Tal. Have you seen the Romeo and Juliet movie from the 90s? And it's got a Radiohead song on the credits. It makes me cry like every time.
You were the only person I met that day that I really wanted to be friends with. If things don't work out with you and Elle, even if you make mistakes sometimes, you're a good person who deserves love.
Wait, isn't that for you and Nick?
People might think you gave me this hickey if you keep this up.
So?
Oh, I love
Guys,
this.
come on. We need to get to the Louvre.
Charlie loves Tao. Oh.
That's the Mona Lisa. That's it. It's rubbish. Absolutely great in like
I want to go to France. Damn it.
I don't think I really understand any of the art, but it's nice to look at.
You don't always need to understand it to enjoy it.
They don't really talk.
I guess that's true of real life as well. You don't have to understand your feelings completely to know that you like something. Always have figured everything out, you can just feel.
Come on!
Oh, wait, where are we going?
No idea.
Hey,
What are you looking at?
just the painting.
Don't want to go back to the others?
No.
Oh, no, it's so fast.
He said that he still liked you. Like, he genuinely thinks that he still has a chance of getting back with you. Should we get going? Come on, you lot.
Oh, your mum texts you? Wow, okay. Why do you always do that? Why do you always avoid the issue? Never met your parents. I've never been to your house. I didn't even want to say I love you back.
You said you didn't mean it like that.
But you know I did.
Hey.
Wow.
Charlie, what's wrong?
Charlie?
He hasn't been eating. We just have an incident with Charlie and now we're moving right on.
It makes me want to draw.
I love watching you draw. The building is just so cinematic. Tie me to a chair if you wanted me to watch that actual monstrosity again.
Oh my god.
Elle.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god!
I don't know how to do this.
Me neither.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And do the pose as well.
I don't do poses.
Yes, you do. Go on.
Mr. Farouk, Mr. Jai.
Charlie fainted. You passed out.
Onto your boyfriend though, so all good.
Really embarrassed.
Found them! Sure you feel okay, Charlie?
Yeah, I just haven't eaten enough today.
Right, we'll let you chill out a bit.
Yeah, thanks.
I've noticed you don't really eat a lot. I don't know, it kind of feels like it's gotten worse lately. Like I feel like you eat less than you used to.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Hey, no.
I know I don't eat like normal people. Some days I'm fine, but other days I feel like I need to control it. Sometimes it feels like the only thing I can control in my life.
I still want to know if you're feeling like that. If you're having a bad day, if there's anything that I can do to make things less stressful. I'm your boyfriend, Charlie. And I really care about you. Not rejecting the croissant that I have lovingly carried for you all day.
Oh, it's my dad. Sorry, I better...
Your dad?
Want to voir cette semaine?
You speak French. Like, fluently.
My dad's French and he basically only speaks to me in French, so... Wait, do you like the fact that I speak French?
It's fine.
Mon amour.
Oh my god, you're so cringe!
You actually don't look like you.
Non! Non! Pas de ça ici!
Run!
Yeah, I never got into their styles, their outfits. About to.
My dad wants to meet up, like, today. He's not really a big part of my life anymore. Since he lives here, he's not the most reliable. I had this idea that I might introduce you to him. It's just hard to get in touch with him when he never answers my texts.
We promise to tell each other when we've got stuff going on. When are you actually meeting up with him? And how?
He said I'd meet him in a cafe in 20 minutes.
You'll never be the same. I'll never be my face, my name. When without you, I'll never be the same. I'll never be the same.
Well. This episode brought me back into season 1 of crying, feeling so emotional, but it's all happy. It's all happy emotions of me just bawling my eyes out. Might not look it, but I'm happy. The music hit at the end, seeing Charlie and Nick confide in each other and their relationship just get a little bit more serious, and it's serious, but it's just like it's building. And this episode hit real topics. They always do. But you can feel like the complex character that Charlie is. He went through abuse, which I also was in an abusive relationship. Verbally and physically. And just to see him, you know, the tics and what him not eating, it all stems back to that. And you can see that everything hit him at once Nick said what he said about Ben wanting him back. And all of that just hitting Charlie, and then Nick being there for him, and then also Nick going through stuff. Every character was going through things. Even the teachers are going through stuff, suppressing their emotions. There's a lot of suppressing emotions in this show, obviously. And it's figuring out how to get past those. You saw how I went blank, right? To get past all of what's happening in your life and trying to find a resolution, a positive resolution. And that's what Nick and Charlie did yet again. And you can see Nick is slowly starting to like feel more comfortable about who he is in the relationship that he's in. And Charlie's really helping him. Charlie needs Nick and Nick needs Charlie. No matter what, at the end of the day, I have my strong feelings about how Charlie is dependent on Nick and people feel like Nick is dependent on Charlie. Whatever your opinion is about who depends on who, they are good for each other, and they are balancing each other. They're very understanding. I wish it was like that, like in the everyday life. I'm sure there's couples out there that are like that. But we need more of that. Don't we need more of that? Especially in today's day and age. Then you have Darcy and, why can't I remember her name? But the Darcy situation, and obviously she's going through things as well. Darcy must, as I said before, I think I said before, that Darcy is, I hope I'm saying, the blonde one is Darcy, right? She's obviously, she laughs things off. I think she's a Cancer, guys. She's a water sign. She's like me, where outside you're looking one way, but inside you're like crying out. You're screaming, you're upset, but you're trying not to let that show to the public. And that's what Darcy, if that's her name with the blonde hair, is doing. That's what she's going through. There's a reason why she's not opening up, and hopefully we'll find out by the ending of this season, right? And I hope, once again, complexity is what is going on. But I love it. I love trying to figure out and build and find a resolution, which I'm sure we're going to find by the ending of this season. Tao and Al, they finally made out. They finally are starting to understand that they really do love each other, y'all, or like each other. I should not throw the L word, but they like each other. I'll throw the low L word. And finally, them finding their resolution and understanding that, like, you know what, like, let's do this, y'all. Let's do our big one. I really did enjoy that as well. Then we saw, what is his name? Is his name Lucas? I'm gonna start making up random names by now. I know somebody is probably wondering, why do I mess up these characters' names? This is not the only show I watch. I think, about 19 shows. Maybe I'm exaggerating. But I watch a lot of shows on this platform, and I'm about to pick up more shows. But then why don't you write notes? That will throw me for a loop, y'all. Like, I will literally not. When I first started being a reactor, I started writing notes for each show. I then got it all lost and confused in my everyday life and the notebook, and then trying to come here and then read. I feel like I'm not authentic. So let me be authentic and not remember a goddamn thing. Gosh darn thing, for those that are religious. So anyways, back to the show. Everything about this episode was hitting my emotions. I literally needed to I paused, I'm not gonna lie, I paused the episode and ran out of here. I needed to get, myself together. I was looking a hot toddy mess. I just really felt it. I felt every single character and the emotions and everything they were going through, and I just loved it. I love this episode. I want to know down below, does anybody feel bad for Ben yet? I feel kind of bad for Ben. Maybe because I have empathy. No, not for the people who don't feel bad for him. It's not that you don't have empathy or you don't care. But I don't know. Maybe it's once again, me being a water sign. I feel like, okay, I'm going to throw a quick story out there that has really nothing to do with this. But I went on a school trip before, right? It was in 12th grade, and my senior trip, it was our first, we did 3 major trips. It was the first trip, right? Now, not only did we hike up a goddamn mountain, gosh darn mountain for those who are religious, and then I was tired, I was irritated, but then I think our rooms got searched or something. I can't really remember the whole gist of what happened, right? But like, supposedly there was like drugs on the trip, or somebody had drugs. Right, and then I think I confronted somebody, and that person was really popular. Like, I was okay. Like, I wasn't super popular in this class, especially not at this time yet. And I was not out. So I also was suppressing my own emotions and my own anger and going through it. And then I was irritated because I was in the cold. Was it? Yeah. Was I in the cold? Yeah, maybe that was the second trip. But regardless, I confronted somebody and then everybody got mad at me, and then even the teachers like were nasty to me. I don't really remember the gist of what I did, but I think I did something dramatic, right? By confronting and causing a ruckus. And then nobody talked to me. Even the teachers were mad at me, and nobody spoke to me on the trip, and it ruined for me. It ruined a part of the trip. By the ending, people said everything got better, but for a while, for a few days, nobody spoke to me, and I broke down crying to I spoke to like 3 people, and I broke down hysterically crying. I was so upset. I didn't want to be there anymore. And so the point of me saying this is, that's why I feel bad for Ben, because Ben is not only dealing with his own sexuality, his own feelings, his own emotions. I know what he did to Charlie was horrible in the last season, but he's going through so much, and now his girlfriend broke up with him, and he feels like Nick is against him, and, well, like everybody is, but he feels like he's pointing all of this on Nick, right? And Nick didn't even tell the best friend about Charlie and him. Nobody did. But he's assuming it, right? I'm not wrong, right? And he's outed, like he's by himself. Nobody's speaking to him since he cursed out the girl. So I just feel bad for him in that aspect because I know I've been there. So I'm curious if you guys feel bad for him at all at this moment, or is it just me? Is it just me? What's going on? But anyways, I enjoyed this episode. I would give it a 10 out of 10. Before I get off of this reaction, please like the video, share the video, guys. Also, I wish I had my cup. I have my cup. I washed it. It's in the kitchen. But I made a hi cup. It is from this show, obviously. So you did not know, I have a new online store. It is down below, guys. The link is there. Please click the link and go to that online store. See if you guys like any of the new merchandise I create weekly. I will be updating it very, very often. So if you see anything that you guys like, please go over there and purchase it today. I do have high sneakers. I have high cups. I have high. And then we can say hi to each other after you purchase one. Thank you guys so much for supporting this channel, supporting my website, and I love you guys all the way down, and I cannot wait to see you guys on the next reaction of Heartstopper.